It's day 2 of the Best Challenge quiz, and this is a challenge, just getting these done. Anyway, how are you today? Good. Excellent. Well, do you know, today I was speaking with a client, and we were talking about her new business venture, and we were talking about her customers. I was asking who she thought her customers might be. And she said, everybody. And I said, everybody? Really? She said, yeah, everybody will buy, you know, everybody eats, don't they? So why wouldn't they buy my cake? And I said, do you think some people might be more predisposed to buy your product than others? She said she didn't necessarily think so, but you know, there's a population of how many, and everybody would buy her cake. I then went on to explain to her that, you know, all markets are quite defined, and that whereas her product may be purchased by various types of people, there is a specific market to which she ought to aim her product. Everybody ought to aim their product or service at a particular market, because there are people, specific groups of people, who are interested in specific products, naturally. So I said to her, I gave her an anecdote. I said, for example, I said, McDonald's does not market to me. They don't market to, middle-aged women. But when my son was a small child, I saw McDonald's adverts everywhere, and he had a couple of parties there even. So, and I may pop in for a coffee occasionally, but I'm not their target market. And so therefore, they don't put adverts, in my way on the back of programs that I would be watching. They're just, I'm not their potential customer. So even though I may occasionally pop in for a coffee, I'm not a regular, so it'd be a waste of time. Now, for the small business, because we have small budgets, it's very important that we target our marketing to our potential customers. Very, very important. So we need to know, when you have a particular product or service, you need to know who your ideal customer would be. What do they look like? Female, male, who's the purchaser for your product? Yeah? Where do they live? What area do they live? What kind of house do they live in? Where do they work? What's their income bracket? Their class? Their ethnicity? Their religion, possibly? Where else do they shop? What kind of person do you see as your ideal customer? And that has to be based on some serious analysis. You have to be clear that this type of person would buy your product, and that can be done by using market research. You design your questionnaire, take it around to people and find out who would be interested. That's one clear way of ascertaining the kinds of people who would buy your product or service. And then there's desk research. There's lots of information, oodles of information written about consumer habits, tastes, preferences, and so on. Who buys what where. So I would just that's my gift for you today, to think about your customer. Think carefully, because if you just develop a product and you just stick it out there in the market with the assumption that everybody will buy, and you're not positioned in the right place, or you don't target the right people, or you have, even if it's a market stall and you're selling products that, they might sell in Camden, but those products might not sell in Peckham Market, for example, or they might sell it in Brixton, but they might not sell in, Wembley Market, for example. You need to know who visits these areas, what the spending power is, what kind of interest they have. You need to do some homework, yeah? So like I said to my client today, not everybody, is your defined ideal, definitive customer. But there are specific people who will gravitate towards your particular product or service. And the key is to find out who they are. And that way, you can be much more ensured of success with selling your product or service, because you'll be getting it in the hands of the right person if you've done your work. Okay? All right. So that's my message for you today. Stay tuned, and tomorrow we'll be touching on another topic in the area of marketing. Okay, over and out. Bye.